to talk about professional wrestling.
Nobody knows the whole story, so I'll tell you.
How about you, Jason?
Oh, this is like a murder room. This is great.
Lots of black sex magicians out there, right?
And look down like, what the fuck?
Oh, we're gonna just do it this way and nobody's gonna stop us.
I want to show that a real champion has to do things for the community, for your people, for other women.
In this business, what you sell is emotions. If you manage to get people invested, you did it.
That's for sure some videotapes. It's time for another MMMshow.
Welcome to another edition of Mass Mats and Mayhem's Sunday Sit-Down Series. I'm your host, Justin Outlaw Harvey. You can find me on social media at JustinHarvey75. You can find our friend Tony Allen over there on social media at Tony St. Allen, Tony St. Allen. Tony has like 17 names, guys.
Oh, you don't. Why you gotta give away my? This is the man. Kayfabe, bro. What's happening?
I'm sorry. Here? That's Tony Saint Allen. Can you be Tony Saint Allen?
It's not. It's just T.
Look, this was Tony's idea of. Tony was like, "Hey, dude, you know it's Women's History Month, right?" And I was like, "Yeah, I know that." He was like, "Well, like we should have female guests on this whole month and like shows people some women's history." And I said, "Yeah," and I was like, "But history?" And he was like, yeah, you know, just things that cool women are doing out there. And I was like, okay, yeah. And then I thought of one person because she's making history in the present, but everyone's going to remember all the stuff she's doing. She's a brilliant artist from here in the Cleveland area. And yes, she is very connected to wrestling in the strangest fashion, because who would have ever thunk that you could get yourself this knee deep in the wrestling world just by clicking a couple of shots here and there, but you can. So this is my friend and soon to be all of your friends. This is Dani, the Editorial Style. And Dani, I don't even know how to say your actual last name. Do we need your last name?
I usually just go by Dani V, but my last name is pronounced Venen.
Venen.
It's funny. I asked my Amazon. I'm not gonna say her name. We call her Dingus at home because I don't want to trigger her name. But she pronounced my last name Venen. I was like, I have never heard that version before. I always get Venen or Venen. It's Venen.
Venen. Okay, Venen. That's a cool name though. I mean, but also she's just the Editorial Style. She's just Dani V. She's just the coolest cat here in Cleveland, which is also where I am. She's just down the street over there somewhere. And I'm going to go right to the thing. I want to explain how I even figured out who you were. And I was talking to you about this a little bit before the show. One of our other co-hosts, Byron, who sadly is totally tied up with the fam or something today and really wanted to be here, but screw him. We don't need him. You did this video package for Julia Hart. Julia was out for a while. She had this great run as the TBS champ, and you know, her entrance was great, and she was doing stuff with the House of Black and all this stuff, and she was really getting over. And then she had this awfully timed injury where it's just like, oh my God, you're so on the cusp of just greatness. But then she was coming back, and I think she had already been on TV 1 week, and then the next week this video package drops, and it's all this cool stuff with this arrow, and she's on this high school football field, and all this crazy stuff, and this visual presentation that nobody had ever really seen on AEW before. Right. And Byron was the one who was like, dude, who did AEW hire? That's dope. Like, whoever that is, I hope they're doing a bunch of stuff and video packages and this, that, and the other thing. And it didn't take long to find out from friends at AEW that no one at AEW, in fact, did that video. No one that was regularly employed there. And I heard the rumblings, and it was just like, no, Julia had this other, this great photographer that she knows do that. And so then I started doing some internet sleuthing and found out who you were. And I was like, holy crap, she's in my backyard. And then I got the whole story of how you and Julia kind of got together, which I'll let you tell in your own words. But that was an incredible moment because you did something so original in wrestling. And there's these moments where somebody creates something in wrestling that lasts and is unique. And I know people in the internet wrestling community that still talk about that vignette and still say, oh, TNA or AEW or Ring of Honor needs stuff like that or needs more visual content like that. How did you and Julia get together in the first friggin' place? Which I know you've probably answered a million times, but I know people are still curious.
I love telling this story. So it was the summer of 2023, and I became a hardcore wrestling fan in 2021 when CM Punk returned to wrestling, and my husband and I watched the All Out pay-per-view of 2021, immediately hooked, and I've been watching every week ever since. And so as years ago went on, I'm just like, I would love to do some creative photo shoots with some of these wrestlers. Like I could do like really editorial stuff or just for fun, like something that that represents their character or who they are as a person. And I never really reached out to anybody. I thought, well, like maybe next time AEW comes to town, maybe I can email them and see if there's anyone available. But then it was completely just out of nowhere. Julia had followed me on Instagram, and I was like, what? She's still one of my favorites, and today she's one of my best friends. I absolutely adore her. And it wasn't too long after that, which it was barely a week later, she reached out and she's like, I love your work and I would love to do a shoot with you. To say that I was running up and down the hall screaming is an understatement. I was losing my mind because I'm like, holy cannoli, I'm going to be doing a photo shoot with one of my favorite wrestlers. And this soon into being a wrestling fan, did not even expect that to cross over at all. And yeah, we scheduled my husband and I to go down to Lexington. I was middle of August, and we linked up for our photo shoot at it was actually at one of my followers' studios because I had posted on Threads. Does anyone in Lexington know of any photo studios?
Like, dude, I got this opportunity. You guys out there, hook me up. Help.
Someone immediately was like, me, I do. And she'd been following me for a while. And I'm like, oh my goodness, thank you so much. And I adore her. Sam is her name, and I call her mom. She's incredible. and she and her one of her best friends are also wrestling fans. So it was the perfect amalgamation of everything. Everything went perfectly. We did 3 concepts together, and Julia gave me and my husband front row tickets. We got ringside right behind Excalibur and Tony Schiavone, and I got to meet Juice Robinson that night, which was incredible. It was because I brought a sign that I made. It's on my wall over there, but I named my fish Juice Robin Swim.
Juice Robin Swim. Oh wow, you do love those puns, don't you?
Yes. I have my fishy tattooed on me.
Oh, I need to get one like that.
Oh
I'm
wow.
a Pisces.
Yeah. So after I posted all the pictures, it was just a full-on domino effect where it was just follow after follow after follow after follow. I don't remember screaming that much in my entire life. Because it was Kiera Hogan and Leila Grey and Willow and Penelope. It was just one after the other who were following me back, and I'm like, what is happening? And then it was September 9th, I remember, because AEW was coming to Cleveland that week, and I had asked Julia, hey, because spooky season's coming up, we should do another shoot, and maybe even a video, just a spooky video, just for fun, because I had been getting back into doing video. And we film at one of my favorite parks. We're filming for 3-ish hours. We start at like 8 in the morning. And then my husband and I take her back to the hotel. And so I'm editing this video as fast as I can. There's really no story to it. It's just like, just cool visuals. I send it to her and she's like, Dani, we need to get this on TV. And I'm like, like, what? So I'm like, can you send me like a promo or something? And so she sends me this voiceover. I put it in immediately. Everyone at AEW sees it. It's the one with the masks where
Right.
she's in the field.
Yeah.
And that was just a fun idea. Like that, I was not expecting that to be part of canon AEW lore. Like that, that's like my moment. I'm like the masks. That was me.
That's
And,
so amazing. Still, like,
yeah. Oh my goodness. Like I still just like gush over it, and I had so many connections from that. Then that's when I started working with Lady Frost, and the Righteous had reached out, and so many other wrestlers that I either have worked with since or still am planning or just haven't gotten the chance to.
right.
But yeah, like ever since then,
There's like
Julia,
a waiting list at this point. I want to show this.
Yeah.
I want to show a little bit of this. I'm going to play this one video
Yeah.
you sent me so people can see a little bit of this. I took the audio out, by the way, because I don't,
Probably.
with
Yeah.
copyright
Yeah.
strikes because there's music in there. But like this is already a who's who, and you see some of these video moments that she's created with some of the talent
that
here.
is so cool.
And I got to tell you, some of the Righteous stuff, like I know that we're not going to show the whole thing, but some because it's now part of their TNA library. But man, I saw the Righteous stuff that Dani did like a couple weeks after she did it, and wow, just blew my mind. One of my favorite things that I've seen you do was that stuff for the Righteous, and it seems like you haven't like pigeonholed yourself into a specific thing with these videos that you're doing for wrestling talent. Like, how do you keep mixing up the ideas? Is it coming from the talent? Is it coming from you? How do you get different imagery for all these guys? Like, you have a style. Like, I could look at it and be like, yeah, that's Dani V. That's the Editorial style. But at the same time, all of these packages are totally different. Like the Leila Grey thing looks like, Marilyn Monroe thing. And then like,
Right.
The Julia thing is kind of creepy. And then the Righteous stuff is super trippy. And like everybody has kind of their own unique stuff in this video world. How are you guys coming up with this stuff?
It's definitely a mix between their visions and my visions. And everyone that I have worked with, and my husband has even said this, is that one of, if not my biggest strength, is being able to understand someone's vision, even if they don't have any kind of visual for it. Like last night I was on the phone with Kylan King for like almost 2 hours, and she was telling me that this telling me this idea, and she's like, I have no idea how to bring it to life, and she's like, it's so hard to say over text. And so she was talking, and we weren't FaceTiming, but I wish we were, because I was like, I really wish we were FaceTiming, because you should see the devilish smile I have on my face, because I know exactly how to bring this to life. And yeah, it's because I come from just a love of filmmaking. I grew up loving movies, loving like all things visual media. Like I knew ever since I was little, I wanted to be some kind of visual artist. I remember in 4th grade, I wanted to be a computer animator, and then I wanted to be like an author, and then I remember it was 2004, 2005. I remember I had this dream where I made this movie. It was a Lego movie that I made. I was 10, and I woke up and I'm like, I want to make movies. And so that was like the beginning of it all.
Okay,
And
so doing this video thing isn't totally out of your realm of expertise, because you're more a photographer than a videographer, right? But you do both.
I do both. Yeah, because video and photo are very much very similar. Because with photography, you say you tell a story with one image or like a couple images, and then with videography, you tell a whole story from beginning to end.
Yeah, but see, you say that, but I've produced thousands and thousands of hours of television, and I can barely take a picture of my kid standing in the kitchen for prom. Like I'm a terrible photographer. I'm trying. I'm learning, Danny, but I don't know that they're necessarily inherently tied together, other than the technical aspects. Like I'm not going to mess up my ISO, and
probably
the
same tools. That's what you're saying.
Yeah, I could light the scene probably, but I don't know. My creativity in the video world with a shot is so much different than what I could ever do photographically, like what you do.
Yeah, it's because I always remember just being a very visual person, and like even when I was really really young, I remember watching all the classic Disney animated movies, like especially Hercules was one of my favorites growing up.
Hercules? Really?
What do you
mean?
I
love Hercules.
What do you mean? It's great. Ricky Martin? Come on, bro. Come on. Get up.
I'm just from a different age bracket.
Hercules has the best Disney soundtrack, hands down.
In college, we watched Aladdin and we hated Hercules.
Oh.
Aladdin was our jam. That was
I think it's been underrated for a while.
Okay, Justin, this is my show now. Get out.
You want me? I can kick him out if you want to. That's fine.
But I remember it was at the very beginning of the song Zero to Hero, where it's during the beginning of that high note, and the camera is like it's that low like sweep where it's like a very slight tilt, like a very slight Dutch angle. I remember being so young and being like, that is my favorite shot in animation ever. Like, and also like right at the end of A Whole New World in Aladdin, where they're in China and you see the dancing dragon and all the fireworks. I remember just absolutely loving that shot. So I've always just had an eye for just beautiful shots in cinema and in TV shows and just like all things art. I try to do something different with my photography, with my video, and I'm all self-taught with it too. Like I'm always
I was going to ask you. So where did you learn all this stuff? I'm going to put some of your pictures on the stage here too. Where did you learn some of this stuff? You love this one, don't you, Tony?
Yes. This is crazy.
So
look at this.
Like I just watch like YouTube videos and TikToks and also just learning from my other fellow creatives, like with so many of my other friends who are photographers. And yeah, I've never taken a professional class or like gone to college for this or anything. I don't have a degree in it. Like my
You don't?
No.
I would assume you had like some kind of master's degree in photographic editing, because people don't understand too. Like, so this shot is kind of an editing composite here, right? Like all this stuff wasn't happening in the photograph, right?
The chains were real, and I'm pretty sure I added that lens flare in post as well as those sparks, but everything else is real.
Okay.
Oh, you mean the guy is real? No, I'm kidding.
No, Brian Page is not real.
No, I'm kidding. No, that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
He's a machine.
Wow, this is beautiful.
And there's Blake Monroe, who was right. Is that Blake Monroe?
Mm-hmm.
Mariah May.
That was when she was Mariah May in AEW.
Mariah May.
Yeah. And there's who's that? Britt Baker?
No.
I just thought the yellow and black.
Come on, man. No, don't do that.
This is one of my good friends, Peter Antonio. You might know him. He's the psychic comedian.
Yes.
This is actually from my Zodiac series, because he's a Leo, and all of those concepts were a mystery. Everyone went into them blind, and And so I wanted to represent Leo's very bright and cheery and like not like loud personality, but very just like you know someone's a Leo, like
right.
And so just
little gregarious, but like very jovially gregarious.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Most of the Leos I know, at least.
Yeah, and all those balloons are real too, like that.
So the balloons are practicals. Okay.
Yes. Yeah, I specially ordered 15 balloons from Dollar Tree.
Wow.
Which, by the way, Dollar Tree, now that Party City's gone, is the best place to get balloons, people, and they're cheaper than everywhere else too. Now, who's this in this photo?
This is also Peter Antonio. This is from when we were in Vegas, and we rented out a studio, and the raw of it is literally just him doing this just on a white background. That's it.
He's just swimming on a white background there. That's amazing. So all the rest of that is...
I would just like to... Well, this is insane.
That the Billy Starks one?
Yes. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I would like just to go back a little bit on the fact that you're self-taught, because...
yeah, isn't it? It's like, wait a minute. We gotta...
Yeah, hold on.
Like, hold the phone here. What?
Let's talk about the level of talent here. And going back to what you said, that your husband says that your ability to understand what the vision of other people is. I think, and this is maybe my time to give you flowers, I guess. I think your ability to understand language, even though it's not a spoken language, because, you know, cinema is a language, right? Visual art is a language. I think that is your strength in overall, because you mentioned at one point, I wanted to be an author, right? So you wanted to write. And I think that is that part, that you understand language, and visually you can represent whatever, and that is, you can represent whatever your thoughts are into a visual medium. I think this is very impressive. Now, going back to understanding, it is also that becomes your capability of being able to absorb information, even though you don't have to go to like a class. And I'm gonna tell you something. I went to film school. It is a waste of money. It is not a waste of time. Hold on, it's not a waste of time, but it is a waste of money. Especially when you're like your level of talent, right? Like your level of talent, you only have to be able to, you know, absorb whatever is on the medium. And I mean, you can learn by watching movies. But like going back to the previous shot, this is Dali, right? If you can go back to the previous shot, this is Dali, right? This is the you know, melting watch.
Dali?
Dali, yeah, sorry.
Pronunciation is different.
Pronunciation. I'm actually pronouncing like it's supposed to be pronounced. Anyways, I'm saying. So this is the surrealism of like Dali and the cinema of the 70s, the 60s. And this is just like you absorb it, and then you create this inner world of like lucha libre wrestling that I love. I mean, I'm just very, your work, like I just sometimes I just like to look at your this is pretty cool. You know, especially like some of the work you did with Thunder that you can guys get on her Patreon. Just saying, we need to make some bucks. But yeah, I just love the work and your understanding of language as a medium that it becomes visual. That's just surprising, and you know, I admire it, to be honest. Like, I just really admire that.
Thank you so much.
I want to.
I wasn't really making a question. I was just giving you flowers.
Thank you.
Speaking of flowers, this I think is one of the most famous ones from recent stuff that I know a lot of people just went crazy for. This is young Billy Starks, one of my favorite people, and I think, well, let me show this video real quick, because I think it has kind of the raw of this. Because this is one of those where, like, yeah, Billy posed for the photograph, but then Dani, like, really took over and did some things. Was it in this video? I don't know. But you kind of see, like, where some of these ideas came from and how they expand into the next level. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yep.
and you see that she kind of has that. Let me see if I can actually track back to it here. You see that there's this is the photo, guys.
Wow. That's
And then you end up.
I didn't actually split her head open.
Like,
that's actually kind of a
on.
happy shot.
She's got actual eyeballs, everybody. Like Billy does have eyeballs, just so you know. Like, and I know she's off in outer space sometimes, but she doesn't actually have flowers in her head. Believe it or not, that is. So here's the question I'm sure you get from everyone. Is this AI?
No. That was all edited by hand.
Were any photographs harmed by AI in the making of these photos?
Harmed? No. Assisted? Some of them.
Right.
But yeah, like if you've been seeing my latest reels, you know that I have been just harping on and just really going for the throat against or to all these AI artists, all these AI creative directors. It's like, you are not creatively directing anything. You are just typing in a prompt and then the computer does it for you. You're not doing anything.
Here's a big one. We got to hook you up with our buddy Meatloaf because he's friends with a little known guy named Santos Escobar over in WWE. He's going to try to hook you guys up. You guys should do something.
Yeah, definitely.
Santos is a friend of the show, but he's a very artistic. He's another one of these wrestlers. Like that's the other thing too. It's like, yes, Dani is doing the work in the medium, but at the same time, like I know Vincent from The Righteous is coming to you with ideas. Vincent Dutch are like throwing stuff at you because they're super creative people, and so is Julia, and like these people are involved in the process too, and they're not just like dumb wrestlers who just get beat up in a ring. These guys have artistic visions and creative stuff that they want to get out also, and you're helping them do that stuff.
Yeah, and Julia is one of the most creative people I know. Like she directed all of those videos that we did, like that whole series of it was the football field one, the one of her in the bedroom with the phone, and then in the woods. Like those were all her ideas, and I think we had like 3 separate FaceTime meetings of just brainstorming ideas and like figuring out what to do. And we spent 2 days 2 days in a row working on that. Like we got an Airbnb together, and she even slept over one night. And yeah, like we filmed everything it was August of 2024, and then it didn't air until almost the end of 2024.
Guys, here's how you know Dani's good. First of all, she can get people to come to Cleveland to do sessions. Okay. I can't get anybody to come to this town to do anything with me. Dani is like, oh yeah, Red's flying in this weekend. Oh yeah, Vince and Dutch are coming back to do some more vignettes this week. I'm like, what? What is happening? How are you doing this? These people aren't anywhere near here. No, they're coming in on an off day on a Tuesday, on their time off, on their valuable time off, and paying their own money to fly in and do things. I do want to ask you about this too, because this is, art is art and we all love art, but like, does this help you make money? Can you be a professional artist and like make a living? Do you have a day job too? Or you like, look, a lot of wrestlers that are coming up.
Say yes. Please say yes, because I've been
we're all
for all artists out there. Please.
Can you make money doing this? Is how I should ask the question.
Photography is my full-time job. This is how I make money.
Somebody's doing it.
But I also know, I mean, it's difficult too. Like if you're doing wrestling stuff, I mean, there's it getting used on TV, but that's not a guarantee. And obviously, even those early things you did with Julia, that wasn't even really the thought when you first did them. Like, is the process any different to try to see it on TV when wrestlers come to you? Is it just to do it on their own, or are they hoping to get it on TV, or is it being commissioned? Like, you don't have to get all into your personal side of it, but like, I know for a fact, having helped out on certain things, that there's levels to it. Sometimes it's like somebody does get brought in from the outside to help with something. Other times it's you did something on the outside and then it gets used. Like, how does the process work for you?
So now, well, going back to when Julia and I first started working together, and then we did all her return series videos, and then I worked with The Righteous on that first set of videos, that which we filmed. It was in December of 2024, but then it was put out by them when they were released at the beginning of May. So those videos had been on like the back burner for a long time. Those were originally supposed to air on AWTV.
Right.
But like
but then they just weren't getting used for whatever reason. That has nothing to do with you, obviously.
Right. But like I don't want to spill anyone else's tea, but
right.
But
no, things change. It's wrestling. There's politics. Things happen in the back. Like it is what it is. We get that around here.
No, we know. We know.
But yeah, it was the day after that they had asked for their release, and they messaged me. They're like, "Hey, like, you probably saw the news that we're no longer with AEW, and tomorrow we are gonna put out our first video." And they still say to this day that them posting all those videos by themselves has gotten them more over than since like their whole run with AEW.
Because they're freaking great. Like, if you guys haven't seen this stuff, go over to what is it, Vince's website, and check it out. Really amazing stuff that I was blown away, and I got to talk to Vincent and Dutch a little bit about it on the Jericho cruise, and that was kind of during the time when they didn't know what they were going to do with the stuff yet. And I was just like, yeah, Danny gave me, I got a chance to see some of that stuff. And they're like, it's so cool, isn't it? Like, their whole demeanor changed the second I mentioned it. Because otherwise they're just kind of like on the boat and they're trying to figure out what, like, we'd all just gotten on this thing, and all the talent's kind of trying to, like, who hasn't been on it before, they don't know what the hell they've gotten themselves into. They're just like, it's the Chris Jericho cruise. What the fuck? They're just like, then they get these itineraries of things that they have to do. Like, that's how you get a free ride on that ship, guys. If you're a talent, they hand you an itinerary. You're working, by the way. So they're just like looking at their sheet and whatever. But then I mentioned that, and Vincent especially, just like his entire demeanor changed. You would have thought he was a completely different human being. All kayfabe is gone, and he's like a kid in a candy store going, oh my God, they're so good. We can't wait to do something with them, either on AEW or we'll put them out ourselves. We don't care. Like, they're just so good. It's like the actual vision that we've always had, and we never had a way to express it before. Like, we can't even really express it in the ring totally because it's more of a concept. I'm like, whoa, brother, I just said cool videos. Like, what? But that's the level that I think some of this stuff is at, where you're just helping artists express themselves in another medium that they don't normally have access to, which is super duper cool. Where was the other, one of my new favorite guys? I want to show this photo. I didn't show this one a minute ago. Kevin Knight, this guy.
I love Kevin so much.
If you people don't know the Jet here, first of all, nicest, most genuine guy in the world. And like, when he came into AEW, I was so worried. I was like, oh God, he's gonna get 2 matches, and then the roster's so big and awesome, he's just not gonna get noticed. And no, he's been a trios champ. He's been in the tag picture. He's been in those Tony Khan's $400,000 boogeyman matches or whatever the heck they are. Like, and then I heard he was doing some stuff with you, and I was like, okay, because Danny's got an eye too. Did he approach you, or were you like, Kevin, come see me?
Well, I reached out to him.
Yeah, and smart.
Yeah, because whenever AEW comes to Cleveland, I reach out to as many wrestlers that I have or have not worked with yet. And I'll just try to get as many in bulk, and usually I get like 1 or 2, because that's like who's available, because it's really hard. It's so hard to schedule with wrestlers, but because I got to shoot with Kevin, and then I shot with Billy the next day, and it was so crazy because Kevin got in he got in really late. Like I stayed up way past my bedtime for him, but we like he didn't get to the studio until 9:30 at night, and then we finished. It was like after midnight.
I believe it. And he was still doing these jumps, and like, but now the raw of this picture is what? Is he standing on something, jumping over something?
That's just him jumping. Like it's just him just boing.
This kid got crazy leaps, y'all. Kev don't play. Kev will jump over anything, y'all. This man.
I remember making the joke. I'm like, it is so good that we are on the first floor.
Right? Just over and over again. Yeah, I was seeing. That's the other cool thing is like, you guys follow Dani on IG, especially if you want to see the visual stuff. She actually you tweet a lot too. You're actually in the IWC Twitter sphere. You know, and I used to spend so much time there, and we used to have such a good following there, but like the X platform is kind of up and down for us now. Like where do you see the most success as now, not just a photographer, but you are, whether you like it or not, an influencer? Use a dirty word there.
So I try to use Instagram as my main platform because like that has everything on there. I can post video and photo, and I have my stories on there. Like, that's where I'm most active. Second most active is TikTok, and then Threads, and then Twitter. But I feel like when it comes to wrestling stuff, Blue Sky is actually really, really hip to wrestling.
You know, so I started Blue Sky in a little bit, but it was weird for me because like I tried to do some stuff on Threads and I tried to do some Blue Sky or whatever, but like the wrestling world was just still for me on IG and really a lot on X. Like I still get a lot of my contacts through there. People are still DMing me on X all the time. And, you know, if I didn't have X, I wouldn't get half the inside information that I get because people wouldn't DM me in other places, but they're just used to it. We started this show 10 years ago. So as of next week, 10 years ago. And people, stay tuned because next month, hopefully, I'm going to get some reunion guests back. I'm working on getting our very first 2 guests ever to swing through. Our first 3 guests, actually. I'm working on trying to get Vinny Massaro, who was our first guest ever, to come back through. A friend, Marty the Moth. He just happens to record at the exact same times that we do. He does his Twitch stream at the same time that we're normally all available. So I've got to work out a timing with him. And I'm still working on our friend who has appeared on this show more times than anyone else, Karrion Cross. He just happens to be a little bit busy with a lot of title runs right now. Multiple titles, but hopefully next month. This month, Women's History. Next month, we're going to do a 10-year anniversary month for Mass Match and Mayhem. But I want to show a couple other pictures here. Oh, wait, I have another video of yours in here. Let me see what's in. I don't even know what's in this video. Let me put it on. Oh, look at that. I know those legs.
Oh, yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
It's a little more of the before and after. I like the
I have a question. We talk about the fact that you can actually make a living out of this, but you know, and I'm gonna give myself some, but as artists, you know, I've been an artist, visual artist for an active one for almost 12 years now. But I got to this point in wrestling, right? Started working on wrestling, and it's like for me when you know I do things and then I have a little bit of like my words on TV, like the delivery of something that I wrote got to be exactly how I wanted it to be. What is the feeling for you when like you have a video right on television and then you have that direct influence on a storyline or in the presentation of a wrestler, or you know just have that like you have I know well it's behind the scenes because it's not like you're on it, right? But like how does that feel for you? Is that more gratifying than like here's $2,000 for your work? Is that the reason why you do it? Like, I know we all need money because bills, but is that the reason behind it? Like, as a fan of like wrestling and lucha libre, is that how you like? Oh my God, yes.
Yeah, it's I don't know if I could say or like do my usual like signature reaction here. I might have to go over there to do it because it's very loud.
No, I get it.
But
She's gonna do it.
Just fine.
Like that.
Oh my God.
That's my reaction. Just like my Dani scream.
I mean, and you can see the photo we've got on the screen. It's like your work gets on TV, and you're like, I did that. Hey, Mom, I did that.
When I went to GalaxyCon back in December, it was early December, and AEW was having meet and greets throughout that weekend. And one of the last ones was with Shane Taylor and all of Shane Taylor Promotions. And it was Trish Adora and Carly Bravo and Sean Dean. And they, like, to say that, like, they were essentially fangirling over me. And, like, I was fangirling over them. And Carly Bravo was so funny. He was like, "Oh, you're the one who makes all the videos. You're this." And so they took a picture with me doing my pose to me. So let me find that.
That's amazing.
I'm pretty sure it was December 5th or December 6th. Oh, it was December 6th.
Well, speaking of which, I'm going to show something right now with some sound. Oh, look! Hold on, let me put it big so we can see it.
Just back out a little bit.
Doing her pose.
There you go.
That's amazing.
There we go.
That's the whole crew.
I feel like in that moment my jaw had unhinged because I was smiling so hard.
Well, I gotta say this. Thanks to you and Shane Taylor, I got to be in one of Dani's things.
Yes.
And hopefully Shane will be here next month also.
And you know what's so crazy? That was exactly a year ago today.
Shane.
Was it?
Yeah.
How do I get that on the screen?
You wanted to see me?
It's supposed to oh, there it goes. Is it playing now? There it goes.
Oh, quality's that great.
Shane. You wanted to see me? Yeah. I did. Shane, no. This is a simple concept. You fight when I tell you to fight. You win when I tell you to win, and you lose when I tell you to lose.
Yeah. Oh, safe. Hey, man. Hey, Major. You may want to look at this.
In our top story today, protests have erupted around the city over the highly controversial Shane Taylor Promotions fight team. The baddest man in the Ring of Honor is known for his revolutionary rhetoric, as well as his violence and aggressive ideologies, have citizens concerned about what the group will do next. Those protesting are also being met by STP supporters, saying that the group is exactly what is needed in today's society, and is a great example for those who really want to change things.
What you want to do?
Get the car.
What you want to do with him?
Who?
No, come on, man. No, don't do I got no!
Oh, so mean. So mean. No, the funny thing about it is Danny's like, oh, yeah, I'm going to do some stuff like you around. We need a bunch of people. So I'm like, oh, yeah, I'll come and be in your crowd scenes or whatever. And the weather was the weirdest weather day in Cleveland history. Literally all 4 seasons in one day that day. like it snowed and hailed, and then it was a nice sunny day, and then it rained, and it was fall, and leaves fell down, and then like it snowed again. It was ridiculous. But so yeah, Danny's like, yeah, and she's planning this for weeks. She's got this group chat going, just trying to get extras out there to do these crowd scenes, because there's a second part of that video where like Shane's giving this speech, and you see this big crowd and all this stuff. So I'm doing that, but then I hit Shane up at one point in time where I saw him at AEW or something. I was like, oh yeah, I'm going to swing through your thing in Cleveland. And he was like, oh, you're coming? And I was like, yeah, I'm going to be out there. He's like, you might regret that. And then I'm like, the fuck? Little did I know. Like, so then we're out there shooting the crowd shots, and Shane's like, you around to do this other thing real quick? And blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, yeah, whatever you need, I'll help out. We get over to that club, and he's like, all right, so my dad is going to slam you on this seat forever, because he's helping Danny direct and everything. And, she's like the director of photography, but he's coming up with all these ideas. He's like, and you don't even really see it in that shot, but like his dad back body dropped or whatever. I'm taking back bumps for like 5 minutes from his dad. And then Shane's beating the shit out of me and just laughing maniacally the whole time. And Shane's a bad dude.
So I actually have some money for you, Danny, if you can provide me with a shot when he actually gets slammed repeatedly.
You want all the slamming footage?
Yes, I'm offering money right now live on the show. So we can use it for.
And those benches were wood, by the way. That's not like some
I know that's
mat floor wrestling nonsense.
I don't know if you've seen the footage of him getting hurt on that, trucker show that he did. So people like that. I just want to use it on their intro video. So if you have it in hand,
people love my death and dismemberment scenes. I think that's all I ever do.
It's great.
So yeah, that one, like Shane came to you and he just wanted to do some vignettes to expand his character, right? That's how that happened.
Yeah,
I love it. So wrestlers out there. 216 area code or 330. You're out here. You need to call up Danny. Hit your girl. Say you're a wrestler. Say you're gonna come to Cleveland. Say you got the time and the vision and some ends, and come make some videos, y'all. Like, the stuff is phenomenal.
Thank you.
I still have more pictures I want to show off. I'm gonna show off some more pictures.
I really want to see that Santos Escobar connection happen.
I know, like, dude, how did we never think of that before?
Yeah, I know. We got to put it out.
We got to make that happen, and like,
make that happen. We'll see how we can make that connection.
And Danny has mostly been in the AEW world, but like, look, there's friends of all these people over in the other places too. Like,
yeah,
in NWA, TNA, WWE, like, we got to get you hooked up with the bigger ecosphere as well, because like, I can just imagine just you and Santos sitting in a room coming up with color palettes alone. That man loves color palettes.
Yeah.
He loves to be expressive and like combine purples and yellows and weird stuff just to like make something pop a different way, or to like, he's very intuitive to how colors create emotions and stuff like that. And the two of you guys in a room nerding out, the rest of us be like, we're going to go to the coffee shop while you guys sit here and just play with colors for the next 10 minutes.
Yeah, actually, and you going into like the world. I was going to speak Spanish. Going into the world of lucha libre. Oh my God, I think there will be so much that you can explore on that. Yeah, definitely.
Well, it is. It's such an expressive world that has like these good and evil concepts all the time, and it's all based on.
Yeah,
it's all based on visual stuff because of the masks. Like, the art form is intrinsically more visual. But I love this. Oh, hey, here's current AEW women's champion, Thekla.
Hell yeah.
That evil, awful woman that we love.
Why am I always the first one to curse on our show? But that is fucking cool. I just gotta say it.
See, Danny did good, because I gave Danny the instructions. I was like, just the first 5 minutes, just keep it cool.
I know. I do it,
and then you can get all Cleveland on them.
Yeah.
This is great. I love this image too. Like, this really tells you who Thekla is. Like, you got the black and white of just like, she is this basic thing, this just machine, but then you've got the color where all of the inside of her is just being expressed behind it. I don't know, something about this one I love. Like, Like if she wasn't the bad guy in my world being friends with Thunder, then I would this might be the print on my wall. And you guys you can sell some of this stuff as prints too, by the way. Let's not discount the money. You can buy some of this stuff on your website, right?
I need to revamp my printing site, so to be determined.
Okay. Okay. You know, but demand creates supply too. So guys, if you want some of these prints, just start demanding it. Start telling Danny, I need a print. I need a print. I got money, will travel. Another one of my favorite people, Frosty.
Oh, I think I saw. Is this also a video, right? From Frost? Or did I saw some behind the scenes thing that you guys?
You saw behind the scenes stuff, I think.
Yeah, the vignette that was just posted just like a couple weeks ago or so.
Right.
We filmed that January of 2025.
Oh, wow.
That was over a year ago, and that was supposed to be on Ring of Honor or on Collision, but it never saw AWTV, and so yeah, we had been talking, and she just posted it out of the blue. I'm like, oh yes.
Yeah, I think I did see it like about 3 weeks ago, and I was like, oh, that is so cool.
Thank you.
Yes.
Well, yeah, and that's also because she is now moving on from AEW to other things, I believe. So she wanted to put out some stuff. But Frosty is the best, and she's so much fun.
I love her so much. She's also one of my best friends.
Yeah, she's great. This whole series, and I look, I'm a little bit morbid, so I like some of the darker, weirder stuff here. And I know some of the stuff that you just started putting up on IG this week is a little more gory, but I love it. Are you a horror fan? Are you into horror stuff?
I love horror.
My daughter is a big horror fan, and we just stayed up last night watching some horror movies.
I watched last night. Are you pretty nuts?
This
cannot do that in my house.
Crazy. Yes, you're a scaredy cat.
No, I'm not. It's my dear, lovely girlfriend that can handle even like Alien, like watching Alien at night. She's like,
come on.
That's gonna happen, bro. That's gonna happen. I'm like, that was in space. Anyway, let's continue.
See, me and my daughter are the opposite. We want all the lights off. We want to like loosen the window so it rattles a little bit while we're watching it. We want like the floorboards to creak. Like make it as creepy and awful experience as possible. So it's just visceral.
You want the full 4D experience.
Yeah. Well, I gotta say, I grew up in my great grandparents' house that was built in 1846. So the house.
So you got all that built in.
Yeah, that was experience. The house was experience. Just watch whatever you wanted.
What was the one we watched last night? We watched like Dead by Dawn or something, where like these
Dead by Daylight.
Dying over and over again or whatever.
Yeah.
It was great.
Yeah.
Any movie that has that many kills in it, I was like, yeah.
But like
they were creepy too. Like especially the second batch of kills, I was like, ooh, what? Ooh, I don't like this. This is scary. Let's watch it again.
Like on this shot. Like hold on. Like on this shot.
Okay, I'll leave this one.
So where, like evidently there is a conversation you had, right? But where does your like inspiration comes from? Like, I mean, because right now, and I know I might be getting like, crazy here, but there's a little level of Tarkovsky on this thing. Like, I know I'm just being a super nerd, but there is that this is like Russian, impressionistic era of filmmaking. Just like for me, right? Because I spend a lot of money going to film school, so I should take some out of it. But like, how does this work for you? Like, how does your like creative process works? Because like again, my girlfriend will say something like, you just spend 30 minutes on Amazon looking at stuff trying to buy, so that it forces you to create something, right? Like, oh, I want to buy all this stuff, and there's like, I need money, then I create something. How does that work for you? How do you get to that point?
How do I get to the point of
like you have an idea, and there's like, oh, I'm gonna put I'm gonna put a house on fire on somebody's head. Like, how does that even?
It's not even. Yeah, it's a full on Hangman Page house here. It's like on fire.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, how does that like? Yeah, that's the way we're doing this right now.
See the things that Hangman
That's the
inspires in
direction-
people.
That's the direction I want to take this to. Like, how?
So my biggest key is because my most successful photo shoots are when the model or my client comes in completely blind about it, because I host photo shoot roulettes where
Oh, what?
all you know is just like you pick a number of whatever theme it is, and then you don't know what the concept is until the day of the photo shoot. And
Wait, the
like,
model or the photographer or both of you?
the model. Yeah.
The model doesn't know.
Okay.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
the model does not know. And so with this is one of my photo shoot roulettes. There was, because I built 3 different house heads. That one was a full on, like, yeah, it was like a helmet. There was one where it was like a head picture cut out. I'm still editing those, so those will probably come out like later this week. And then I built like this full on, it's like a good, like almost 2 feet tall, this giant, like fairy tale looking house. It's very like Willem Dafoe-esque.
Okay.
Like,
Right.
If you look up the photo of Willem Dafoe with the house on his head, just think of that, but like very fairy tale, very like nursery rhyme-esque, like it's like a right angle house. Yeah, I built all those houses myself, just out of foam. And this was the last photo that we took, because I had just gotten a new smoke machine that the company PMG, I think it's PMI, I think is the company name, but they sent it to me because they want me to create content with it. And
Is that the little one that is like a small like?
Yeah, it's PMI.
It's like this big.
PMI.
They have the Ninja
PMI,
Pro
yes.
little. I've used the Ninja Pro smoke machine on shoots
Yes.
before.
Yeah,
Yes,
so
That's the
so
bigger
this-
one though, but they have little ones too.
Yeah, the one I got was a little handheld one, and so this photo is 2 photos stitched together. So she is holding the smoke machine in her hand, putting it under the house, and just letting the smoke rip just for like a good 30 seconds to get as much of the smoke as she
Outside.
can, like, yeah, all out. So I'm shooting that, and then I'm like, okay, now drop it, and she puts it down and then holds the house, and I'm shooting that, and then I put those together, and then that's when in post I had added the lights on the windows to look like it's fire. And yeah, there's no AI in this at all, like not even like assisted editing where like the generative remove, which I'll get to that in a little bit, the difference between good and bad AI. But yeah, and I even edited this same photo like the exact way, but exclusively using the generative remove and fill tools to show that like it doesn't really matter exactly how you're working, as long as like you're doing it. Like you're using the tools that are provided, and the photos look exactly the same.
Yeah, this one was one that the next one here. Speaking of which, don't ever show this to Hangman Page. Don't give him any ideas. Him or Swerve for that matter. Like the arsonist and the home invader there. Tempted murderers. Anyway, but like,
yeah.
How do you go from a photograph to this, like conceptually and editorially? Like, was this the idea when you went in to take the photograph? Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah, so,
wow.
So yeah, this was the
vision,
concept. The nuclear explosion was projected behind her for reference.
Oh wait,
and
hold
also,
on. So this is practical then.
Like digitally practical, yes.
Okay. I mean, yeah, but you're projecting the image. Oh, what the hell?
Yeah. Yeah, I was projecting the image on the backdrop. That way I had a visual reference for where I wanted her head to be, where I wanted the top of the mushroom cloud to be.
Right.
And yeah, so in editing, I brought that same image in digitally and then just brightened it up, made sure it matched up. and I use a little bit of the generative remove tool just to edit out the edges of the dirt that was on the floor, to remove her feet that her feet were up. Just to remove.
Oh, because she's lying down with her
out.
feet kicked up. Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
I've seen the raw of that.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
okay, I get it. Yes, yeah.
Yeah, so using the tools that are provided for me, even though yes, it technically Gen AI, but I'm using it in a way to blend the whole photo together. Like, because this 98% of this photo is all real, like that. Like I obviously I didn't set off a nuclear
projected
explosion,
the image just
but...
to have a just to have
A
a
reference.
I was just like, oh damn, that's just crazy.
But this is also part of why it's good that you didn't necessarily learn the old way, because you know, when I was doing recording engineering, you would learn certain things and then you would get stuck in like, no, this is the right way. Like I have to do this the way that Steely Dan did this in 1978 or it's wrong. That's not the case, you know, and it took me a long time to learn that, like, Jimi Hendrix wanted his guitar distorted more, so he took a number 2 pencil and poked holes in the speaker of his amp. That is not technically the right thing to do. Guess what, though? It is absolutely the right thing to do, because now we listen to Foxy Lady and we're all like, dude, that guitar sounds awesome. And that's because he jammed a pencil in the speaker. Like, but you have to think that way artistically sometimes. And if you've been taught too much, sometimes you go down the route of how it's been done before and not the route of, I want this, what can I do to make this? And that's the better route. And if it's using a tool that's been used before, great. If it's making it up as you go, then great. Speaking of images, like, this woman is ripping open her stomach to let out the butterflies.
Yep, she has butterflies in her stomach, so she's releasing everything.
Just letting them go. That's
I'm gonna assume the butterflies are not practical in this photo.
The butterflies, the butterflies that are on her face, her arms, and her stomach, though those are they're not real butterflies, but they're like toys. So like,
but they're practical.
Yeah.
So some of these butterflies actually are practical.
Yeah, like the ones that we attach to her with glue or with tape.
Oh my god, I would have never thought about that. So the pasties are like butterflies, and the arm ones and the stuff. Oh my god, now I can see it. But like, I've looked at this photo a million times, and I would have never.
Yeah, those are the things that's what I'm saying.
Wow.
In the past photo, like, it's just that if the way that Dani is doing it, it does allow you to like blend between that is real, that is not, and then your mind, because we have a certain way of reading things when we watch an image, your mind goes like, everything that is happening, it's the image and it's real, even though you know some of it will be like an ad or like, you know, a flare that you add because you didn't have it at the moment or anything like. But your brain tricks itself into like if it's not real, then what it looks like that, right? Like, so this, right? So this is like the other part of beyond the understanding of language, like how to she makes our brain get tricked into the whole image exists as a reality of itself. I know I'm getting super crazy. I know.
Oh, you're so deep.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm getting too deep, but that's the beauty of it, right? Because now it is real because it exists. It's
well, and on an art level, this one is my absolute favorite. And if I ever become a corporate guy or get the corner office, I will be requesting a print of this, because this is like the desolation of corporate America to me here. I love this image of just like, I'm still here. I'm still on top of my work, literally, but also I'm on an island. And this absolutely stinks, and I'm on a deserted island, but I'm on top of my work, literally.
I know that I was getting very deep when I just said, but that's because the work makes me think like that, right? It's just like it evokes all these emotions, and it's just.
So now, have you ever had like a gallery showing or anything? Have you ever gone that artist route of you never done a show?
Can we do one? Can we do one? Yeah, this is crazy. You haven't had one. Like you should do an art.
But this is also, Tony, part of the generational difference here too. Like my generation, I'm a Gen Xer. The only thing you would have done with this kind of art would have been to do a display, do an art gallery. Like in your 30 or 40 closest punk rock friends would be the only ones to ever see it. And nowadays it's like this stuff's on Instagram, this stuff's on her website. You can get this stuff and see this and see her work. Like I've seen these photos, I've seen all of Dani's stuff, I've been through her website, I've been on her IG and her Twitter and seen a lot of this stuff. And I'll stare at it like it's art too. I don't know what the younger generation does if they just click for 10 seconds and go away. But like this photo in particular, I've looked at this photo a million times because I love it.
Absolutely. Go ahead, Dani.
Oh no, I was just saying thank you.
Oh no, well, yeah, like I do come from the art world. I've had exhibitions in different countries and in Europe, Mexico, just different places. And yes, this will be if you will do an exhibition, then you will get like nominated to art awards immediately after, because the level of work is insane. Yeah. I seen, I'm not gonna demean anybody's work, but I seen lesser work
get bigger kudos.
Get bigger, and get recognized, in the art world. And I mean, I'm sure you don't need it because you have your own expectations, but maybe the art world needs it. You know what I mean? Maybe you will be doing them the favor of presenting your work. So it'll be like, okay, this is what is out there without being, seen on this part of the art world in a way. But because this is literally a gallery worth work that you're doing. I'm like super impressed.
Thank you. Yeah, and that cubicle, like I got all that stuff off Facebook Marketplace, and yeah, we built that office on the beach at like 7:30 in the morning, and that was for my very first content day. My very first photographer content day, where photographers from all over the country just came to Cleveland and shot. We did 6 different concepts throughout the whole day. Like, and this was just a couple months before I started doing stuff with wrestling. Wow. So this was May 20th of 2023, and then when I worked with Julia, that was, I want to say it was August 18th, August 19th of 2023. It was late August.
Getting people to travel in 2023, like I know the pandemic was over, but it was still not easy. I mean, it was still not easy to get people to go places and gather. When the idea is, hey, let's all gather, let's all travel and gather. People were like, can we do it on Zoom at a coffee shop? Do you have another one of those events coming up soon? Like, are you still doing stuff like this where you're bringing people together? Like, what do you have going on coming up?
On April 25th, I have a single concept photographer workshop / mentorship, and I already have 4 signups. And the concept is a mystery, but there's a little hint on my website. But the full concept is a mystery, but I call it my creative thinking program. And I have photographers come to me, and I already have the concept already thought out. I have the model picked out, the set is built, and I show them how I make the set. I try to do as many things practically as possible. And yeah, we shoot together. I show them my style of shooting, how I direct. That's another big strength of mine, is me being able to direct emotion. Yeah, motion and emotion with words and with my own body. Of like, if I want to get someone to show emotion of like fear or anger, or like have them yelling. Like I don't want to actually have them yell because I don't want to concern anybody. But I show them the way to do it with just really really enunciating your face and like a lot of like breath control. Like if you want to scream, like just let all that air out, like that, and just really really just exaggerate everything in your face. Like that's what I teach in person. I'm also teaching different posing and different lighting techniques. And why is my camera always cutting out? There we go.
Cleveland internet is the answer to your question.
Yes.
I have these same issues.
I think it's just my webcam, but I'm teaching my way of editing and my way of shooting, directing, and like how I come up with the idea. And then we have a roundtable talk where we edit together and I give them a portfolio critique. And yeah, it's just a whole lot of fun. And
right, this is the amazing part though. Like she doesn't go to school. She doesn't go to school for this stuff, yet she's the teacher. I love it.
This is the beautiful part. She's talking about like one of the most complicated things in directing, like directing film. That's that's actors actors directing. Actors directing is the most. Sorry, my English is failing me right now. It's just that the most complicated part of it, because it might even create a conflict between you and the actor when you decide like, no, I think this is where you should go. But you already have like a feel for it. That's crazy.
She's great at it too, and I've seen Dani do it the way that. You know, it takes certain personalities, and Dani does it with kind of this bright presence where as a director, you're never questioning whether or not she wants what's best for you. So she has that upper hand. Like a lot of directors, you can tell like, okay, do they want me to do this because this is what's best for my performance, or do they want me to do this because this is what's best for them and what their agenda is? Like with Dani, you're never questioning that from her directorial style that I've seen. And that's, you know, that's kind of a superpower, you know, being a director and producer myself and doing TV. It's like when I do, especially those cooking shows, I have that day to get people who have never been on camera to get comfortable being on camera. And like you work with a lot of newer models and people who haven't really done a lot of posing and stuff like that. And these wrestlers, they do some photo shoots, but it's different than what they're trying to do with Dani, where you're conceptually trying to do something. So it is like, you have to have a crash course in psychology and directing and art directing all at once with this person that has no clue what you're talking about. And you have to develop a shorthand in seconds. But I've seen Dani do it, and she's great at it. And she does it with this upbeat personality and the smile and the fact that the person knows instantly that she genuinely cares about how they're going to be presented. Mm-hmm. That's the trick, right?
Yeah. And I will never force anyone to do anything that they're not comfortable with. Like if I can tell that
that's right, guys. She'll never force you to be killed by Shane Taylor.
So you wanted to? This is getting weird now.
No, I was just trying to help out some homies from Cleveland. That's what I wanted to do, but that's fine.
What happens, man?
I see how it goes. No, go ahead, Dani. I didn't mean to cut you off. I just have to tell jokes every now and then.
No, you're good. But if I'm working with a new model, or I can tell that like they're stepping out of their comfort zone, or if I know like their style of modeling, but I don't know if they've done like this style, like I will always ask like, hey, are you able to do this? Or hey, are you comfortable with doing this? Like I will always give them options. And I think it's so funny. Like my husband and I have this running joke, that this inside joke of like, one of my superpowers is I can get people just naked in front of me. Like people are just really comfortable just being naked in front of me. Like when it comes.
No, I get it. I'd do it because I trust you. Like it's weird. I don't know why or how you have that power. You do. You're one of those people where it's like, oh no, it's art. It's fine.
Yeah, and like, cause I like you. The trick is like one of the tricks is like just don't make it weird. Like
Right.
literally, like you
Don't
just
be weirdo.
don't be creepy, don't be weird. Like that is bar zero. Like like that.
Right. I would trust you to do it because I know that you would paint out the love handles for me. This because Dani is such a great editor, you know that at the end of the day it's still going to be fire. But I mean, I've seen you do stuff with models that are not, what you would typically consider supermodel shape or whatever, and they seem infinitely comfortable with you in doing that stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and
that's a skill.
And also just hyping up the model, like, because being a photographer and editing so many different bodies, like it has completely rewired my brain. I'm like, everybody is beautiful. Like all bodies, all faces, like everybody is beautiful in their own special way. We have just been so like blindsided and what's the word, like so accustomed to all this fakery, to all this Photoshop, all this these skewed images of what is considered perfect in society, especially with women. Like,
right.
I mean, like, unfortunately, when it comes to like how women are, like what makes women so beautiful, and like the beauty standards, like it really does stem from pedophilia. Like that's a whole other can of worms there. But the
infantilization of it. Yes.
Yeah, and
like
the beauty is in youth and not in that whole
like
issue.
What do old cis white men find attractive? Like,
right. 12-year-old boys. That's the answer. Just saying.
But anyway, like having this like one ideal body of just like you have to be skinny, like you have to look a certain way, you have to be a certain whatever size. Like, no, absolutely not. Like, what makes anyone beautiful is just being themselves. Like with me, for example, like I grew up thinking I was the ugliest person on earth. I had zero confidence. I was constantly comparing myself to people in magazines, on billboards, and I'm like, damn, I don't look like them, so that means that I'm not pretty. I'm not beautiful at all. I was also my vision of myself was skewed at a very young age, because I wasn't allowed to talk highly of myself. I was not allowed to be proud of myself. I was told that like saying that like I'm pretty, or I'm this, like talking highly of myself, was considered a sin, and like that's like boastful, and I'm not allowed to brag, and like people need to like give you compliments. And so I was never complimented as a child and like growing up. So I'm just like, oh, so I'm just not this at all. That is a big thing that I had to unlearn. And it's actually really recent. It was when I got bit in the face by a dog a couple years ago that completely split my lip open.
Yeah, you have to explain this to people. Like, she got bit, and there's some photos up, especially on the Twitter. I think there's like 4 photos, and you can see like she got mangled and bit through her lip and her face. But I will say this, and don't tell your husband, don't take this the wrong way. The uniqueness of those scars and how you wear them as a person makes you more beautiful.
Thank you.
And I can tell you understand that conceptually now, but since I've known you, you've always been that person. So I'm almost surprised to hear that you weren't that person, because I know how comfortable you live in your own skin and how comfortable you make other people in their own skin. And literally, you had your face bitten off by a dog.
Yeah, my face was split open. I was Demogorgon.
Oh.
I mean, and the scars are still there, but like, you're beautiful. Nobody would ever be like, oh God, you're a horror show.
Yeah, but because I wasn't allowed to have like that kind of mindset. So it wasn't until just a couple of years ago where I had to unlearn all of that and be like fuck it, like I can say that I'm beautiful because I am. Like, that's how I feel. Like like, I'm not putting anyone else down. Like, I'm confident. Like, there's a big difference between confidence and conceitedness. Like, if I were to say I'm the most beautiful person in Cleveland, like, fuck all y'all, like y'all are some ugly bitches and all that. But like, no, like I'm lifting myself up, and because I'm lifting myself up, people can see that confidence in me, and that lifts them up because, like, I used to think that because like I don't have like a celebrity look, like I don't really look like anyone else. I have really never seen anyone that has like my kind of face, like my nose, my mouth, my eyes. Like, I used to think that was like a flaw, and I'm like, oh, like I don't look like anybody. Like that's silly, that's dumb. Like so many of my friends look like other people, but now I'm like, I'm glad I look just like myself. Like I'm glad that I don't look like anyone else, that no one else looks like me. Because
you're lucky. There's 7 million of me and about 5 million of Tony.
in different accents.
Different nationalities, but I have so many doppelgangers where people are like, dude, I saw you in Taipei the other day. I'm like, no, what? You're lucky. You are very, very unique. So I have to ask you this, Dani. This is my last question for you. But it's the most important one. What is the future for Dani? Where do you want to see yourself? Are you going to stay in this wrestling world? Are you going to keep doing more stuff with these wrestlers? Is it to have the big gallery show? What do you want your legacy to be with your work and who you are as a person?
I just want to create. Like that's what I was put on this earth to do, is just create and spread joy through my creations, through my personality, just me being me. And I would love to get to do bigger and better things. And I mean, not like better, but like I would love to just grow my craft and grow my connections and just have fun creating stuff. Like I'm not a super spiritual person, but I started talking to or asking my tarot cards that I have that I actually got for a photo shoot a couple years ago, and like I never really did anything with them. But then when my friend, I think I've gotten a reading. I got a reading like a month ago, and then like a year before that. And like it was all like so accurate. And so this was just a couple weeks ago. I had asked the cards, what is my fate with AEW? Because I would love to be like somewhere on the payroll or like contracted in for like 6 months to a year, like see how that works. Or like just being able to just like have my name in the company somehow, like
right.
And so I'm shuffling the cards, and I let the cards fall out by themselves, because that is like the most genuine way for them to give the answer. And if I can remember correctly, I'm pretty sure it was the Magician upside down, the 7 of Wands, and the 10 of Cups. And so I translated all that, and that was, I have a lot of potential, I have a lot of ideas, and so much to bring to the table. But if I jump the gun right now, like this year, and go full force with AEW, I am going to be so burnt out. I'm going to be just completely drowned in work, and it's not going to be fun. So I need to continue or just start small with smaller wrestling companies. And that's what I've been doing with Exodus Pro, with EC3.
I saw that. I forgot to mention that earlier. You did the photography at the most recent Exodus Pro event. How did that go?
That was so much fun. Because I did exclusively video for that. And because I did all of EC3's most recent videos, and he's been such a huge cheerleader for me. Like he's like
Cleveland homies. That's Cleveland homies.
We're buddies now, and he's like, I'd love for you to do something with the company, to do like not like a commercial, but like a promo for it, just like to really get the word out there, but like add my Dani flair to it. And so that was my first day of filming the show. I almost got squashed twice, 4 times actually. I almost got killed.
I know who we got to hook you up with. I got to hook you up with my homeboy Tusslemania, Roland Lugo, who also does a lot of that stuff. And believe me, there's plenty of work, so y'all won't be stepping on each other's toes. But he does a lot of Sammy Callahan stuff.
Yeah.
And he'll tell you where to stand and not get crushed.
Yeah.
But he does like a lot of the same stuff. He does photography and he does like vignettes and he does work with the smaller companies and has been working his way up. And he's another guy that it's like I could see him, doing some other videography and finding a place. But they should use you guys. Like I've seen, like, look, if Jeremy Borash can come up with vignettes, you guys should be working somewhere too. Like he's not the only guy that can do these things. And I think you guys have a more visual approach than he ever did. But I love the Exodus Pro stuff. I got to get to the next one. Let me know when the next one's happening so I can get my butt out there and be cheering. And people are gonna be like, why are you cheering for the photographer, douche? Cheer for the wrestlers. Like, sorry. Thank you so much for joining us, Dani. Like, everybody find her on the socials, Editorial Style, the Editorial Style on the IG machine. What are you on Twitter? You're something different on Twitter, right?
It's editorial Dani, because the Editorial Style I think was like 1 letter too long for Twitter.
Brutal. Yeah. We had Allison Kay on the show a couple weeks ago, and she's still stuck on IG with Sienna from her TNA days, and they won't let her change it.
Yeah.
Oh no!
Like it's such a nightmare getting handles, but you got them. Editorial Dani on the X machine. Everywhere else, it's the Editorial Style. Find her, look at all the stuff. If she starts selling prints, buy them. Support the wrestlers that you see in her photographs too, because they're all homies. Buy my merch. Good with my hands. That makes one of us. And we got one more coming next week for you guys. We have one more woman of great power and authority in the world of wrestling. La Princesa Tiffany Nieves is going to grace us with her presence. At least that's what she says. We'll see if I can. She says I got to call her people, and her people got to call my people, and then her people's people are going to call my other people, and then Greta's going to come and whatever. We'll see if Tiffany shows up or not, but she's supposed to be the final representation of feminine power. She hates me, guys. I'm just saying, like, Tiffany hates me, but hopefully next Sunday she'll be here. And Dani, thank you so much for stopping by. And I think this is going to be, our audience is going to love this. Everybody keep watching, subscribe, ring the little bell down there, do all of the things. And until next time, stay calm and stay in the mix.